I come in peace. I'm just here to make a deal.
What kind of deal?
$100.
I wouldn't give him jack.
And that's money
what?
for literally doing nothing.
Give me all you got now. You talk too much.
All right. We got a man of action. You should have taken the deal.
You're like the stupidest person I've ever met.
Oh, Piñata. I get it. Oh.
No, please. No, please, no.
You get one warning, and that was it.
Now that was a good episode. Welcome to the Binge List. I'm here reviewing Better Call Saul Season 4, Episode 6, Piñata. And I am drinking this green apple today. So apparently my wife does watch some episodes. So it's the only green apple I'll get for the near future. Okay, well, had a pretty good episode, I have to say. I take back everything I said about digging that big hole, the futility of it. Obviously, we're going to have some conflict with these workers. Mike is going to have some conflict with these workers, I should say. It looks more interesting than I thought a hole could be. It's as with anything, you add a human element to a story, conflict is going to ensue, and that's what we see here. Kim Wexler, I think the episode started following her, and obviously this is a culmination of all those other episodes, and we see how she's, I think I was pretty much right. She wants to do some good. She doesn't want to be shoehorned into this, life as a lawyer who works for a bank. I mean, she wants to actually do some good. So that's going to drive a wedge between her and Jimmy, obviously, because Jimmy, as you can see, does not want to do good. Jimmy wants to succeed at whatever cost. That's what he's good at. He's good at hustling. That's what he wants to do. So I think Kim picked up some of his tactics, though, I have to say. So I think she, she's better for her association with Jimmy in certain ways. I don't necessarily think he is. Or maybe we'll see. He's dodging that psychiatrist. And I don't know how that's going to affect her. I think she really, usually when women suggest stuff like that, it's not a matter of you actually having a choice. Anyway, I like that scene with Gus with the Lucumba tree, was it? Some kind of tree I've never heard of. And also a Kuati. I thought that was some kind of Spanish name for a coyote, but apparently it's actually a real animal. I'll put up a picture of what it looks like. But it's very interesting because we see Gus's exacting nature and his patience and his resourcefulness. He talks about creating a trap that snares this coati, or whatever you call it, and his patience with, and Zach, what's the word? Enacting his revenge, I should say. So it's obvious why he's keeping Hector alive, because he's gonna torture Hector, and we know how in Breaking Bad. But I thought that story was really chilling, but also very sad. Growing up poor with his brothers. I never heard of him having brothers before this episode, so I'm wondering what happened with them. I think he's from Argentina, or is it Chile? So maybe, quite possibly, they got killed by Pinochet, because the way I understand it, Pinochet wasn't very forgiving to drug dealers. If you've seen Narcos at all, I've seen like maybe the first episode. I think they touched on that in Narcos, but they just executed their drug traffickers. Problem solved, right? Could never do that here. But never say never with the Trump administration. Anyway, I liked how Jimmy handled the situation with these guys that mugged him. That was just genius. And, I was really mad about him getting mugged that last episode. I didn't really know whether... I should have assumed they were going to deal with it. But I thought it was a very creative way to... He gave him a chance and they didn't take it. But I'm wondering if they had said yes, whether he would have followed through. Pretty sure he wasn't going to... He wasn't going to give these guys money. I mean, who would, though? I mean, come on. So, overall, great episode. Jimmy's following this thing with the phones. I like his interaction with the nail salon and the woman that runs that. That's kind of funny. So... I just very satisfied. I'm very happy with where this is going. Also, flashback scene was very informative. It shows you at what level Jimmy was with Kim back at the law firm, and
It'll be you soon.
how his ambitions. She was. I mean, first you got the whole thing where he watches her admiring Chuck and his prowess with the law, and you see that glint in his eye where he wants her to have that admiration for him. So that kind of starts his whole transition into pursuing the law. Previously we thought it was Chuck, him wanting to satisfy Chuck, but no, he's just like a lot of girls. Like a lot of guys, he wanted to get the girl. So that makes a lot of sense to me. Also, I liked how he handled Harry. I didn't even, or Howard. I don't know why I keep calling him Harry. I think it's Howard, right? But I don't think I touched on that in the last episode. We saw Howard in the bathroom in the last episode, and he looked out of it. Why was he even at the courthouse? I don't even know if they explained that. I don't think they did. But we just see him just taking this whole thing very hard, and Jimmy, of all people, looks like he's going to get him back on his feet.
You're a shitty lawyer, Howard. But you're a great salesman. So get out there and sell.
That was very interesting. Because, as it turned out, Howard it was not as bad as Jimmy thought from the beginning. It was actually Chuck that was kind of undermining him this whole time. But anyway, I really enjoyed this episode and can't wait to see what happens next. And I guess I'll see you next week.